You did everything right. You threw every spare dollar at your credit cards, got the balances down to almost nothing, and your score didn't move. Maybe it even dropped. Here's what nobody tells you. Paying your cards down and raising your score are two different games, and there's one boring little credit union loan that plays the second one. It costs a few bucks in interest. It's cheaper than every credit builder app you've seen advertised, and it does the one thing paying your cards off can't. Let me show you the move. Hey, I'm Flo, and this is the Credit to Capital Blueprint, where we turn personal credit into real business funding. If you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because this is the stuff the banks don't hand you a manual for. Okay, let's get into it. So first, why didn't paying your cards down work? Because one of three things is going on, and I want you to figure out which one is you. Reason one, timing. Your card company doesn't report your balance on the day you pay it. They report it on your statement closing date, and that date is usually 20 something days before your due date. So if you paid your card down after the statement closed, the bureaus already snapped a picture of the high balance. You paid it, but they never saw it low. Same money, wrong date. Reason two, your file is thin or it's all credit cards. Here's the way I look at it. Your score isn't just asking, do you pay your cards down? It's asking, can this person handle different kinds of credit? If everything on your report is revolving, just credit cards, then no matter how low you get those balances, you're missing a whole category. That category is an installment loan, and you can't fake it by paying a card off. Reason three, you were never gated on utilization in the first place. Maybe your cards were already reporting low, and the real thing holding your score down is a late payment, a thin history, or your mix. Paying cards you'd already paid down does nothing. Sometimes it even nudges you down, because a file showing all zeros can look inactive. See the pattern? In all three cases, more card payments weren't the answer. The answer was a different lever. Now here's the part I need you to actually understand, because this is where every guru on the internet gets sloppy. There are two things people call utilization, and they're not the same. One is revolving utilization, your credit card balances divided by your credit limit. That's the big one. It's the heart of the amounts owed part of your score, which is about 30% of the whole thing. You want that under about 10%. The other is installment utilization, and almost nobody talks about it. It's the total you still owe on your loans divided by what you originally borrowed, all your non-mortgage loans added together. FICO looks at this too, and there's a threshold. When your aggregate installment balance drops under about 9.5% of what you originally borrowed, it clears a specific ding. The you owe too much on your loans flag, and that's commonly worth somewhere in the 15 to 35 point range. So watch what a credit builder loan does. You add a fresh installment loan that gives your thin card only file the mix it was missing. Then you pay it down until the balance is under about 9.5% of the original. And now that new loan is barely denting your installment number. You get the credit mix credit and the low balance credit from the same small loan. And one more thing, and this is the honest version of it cuts your utilization. The loan hands you cash. If you take that borrowed cash and knock down your credit card balances with it, that's what drops your revolving utilization. The loan doesn't magically lower your card usage. You do. With the money, it frees up. Here's the honest version nobody says out loud. The loan doesn't magically cut your utilization. You cut it with the cash the loan frees up. Two different levers, one move. Keep them straight, and no thumbnail will ever fool you again. Okay, so what is this loan? You'll see it called a credit builder loan, and the credit union version is called a share secured or pledge loan. Same idea. Here's how it works, and it's almost funny how simple it is. Step 1. You put your own money into a savings account at a credit union. Say $1,000 or $5,000, whatever you've got sitting idle. Step 2. The credit union lends you that same amount using your deposit as collateral. Because you're basically securing the loan with your own cash, approval is nearly automatic. No credit score gate. Step 3. They fund it. Now, you've got a loan that reports to the bureaus as an installment account. The exact thing your card-only file was missing. Step 4. This is the move most people get wrong. You pay it down 90 to 93% almost immediately, not over 5 years. Right away. If you borrowed $1,000, you pay about $920 back in the first week. That drops the balance under that 9.5% line we just talked about. Step 5. At the credit union, your collateral gets released as you pay it down. So you get your cash back. At the wrong one, they hold your money hostage until the whole loan is paid off, and that kills the whole point. Which is why before you fund anything, you ask one question. When I pay this down, do you release my collateral right away or only after it's fully paid off? Release right away. Good. Hold it, walk away. Step 6. You leave the account open with a tiny balance. Make the small payments on time and let it age. Now you've got installment history building on your file for a few dollars in interest without your money being locked up. 2 rules I need you to hear because they're the difference between this working and you wasting money. 1. It only counts if the loan reports to the bureaus. Most credit union pledge loans report to all 3, but confirm it before you fund. If it doesn't report, you paid interest for nothing. 2. This is a thin file and mix fix. If you're already buried in installment debt, this is not your move. Adding another loan doesn't help you. This is for the person whose file is all credit cards or nearly empty. So why not just use Kikoff or Self? Look, those apps work. I'm not going to sit here and call them a scam, but you're paying a monthly fee for something a credit union would do for a few dollars total. At Navy Federal, the pledge loan rate is your savings rate plus about 2 to 3%. So on a basic savings account, you're looking at low single-digit APR. DCU's savings secure loan is around 3.5%. Compare that to paying $5, $10, $15 a month to an app for a year. Same credit building result, a fraction of the cost, and at the credit union, you're building a relationship that pays off later when you want their cards or a real line of credit. Here's the whole thing in one picture. You've got $1,000 sitting in savings doing nothing. You open a pledge loan against it. You pay it down to about $80. That's under 9.5% of the original. Your file now shows a brand new installment account, a low balance, and on-time payments starting to stack. Your total cost? A few dollars in interest. And if you'd routed even part of that borrowed cash to a max card on the way through, your revolving number drops too. That's the move. That's the thing paying your cards off couldn't do, because it was never the same game. So if you've been throwing money at your cards and wondering why the number won't move, now you know. You were playing the wrong lever. This is the right one, and it costs almost nothing to pull. Here's your next step. I built a free tool that tells you exactly which blocker is holding your score and your funding back. Utilization, score, mix, all of it in about 90 seconds. Comment the word score and I'll send you the link or tap it in my bio. Do that first because there's no point running this play if utilization isn't even your problem. Let's find out what it is. And if you want the full comparison, the 5 best credit unions for this side by side with rates and the exact paydown targets, that's in the free credit builder loan cheat sheet. Links waiting for you too. This content is for educational purposes only. Always follow up with your own research before making any financial decisions. Keep that momentum. I'll see you in the next one.